Hello everyone. In the thermal engineering video series, now I am going to discuss about the Indian emission norms. So this is the presentation overview. I am going to discuss about evolution of Bharat Stage standards, that is BS standard, and key pollutants regulators, BS4 versus BS6 critical differences. In terms of sulfur reduced from the 50 ppm to the 10 ppm, and NOx reduction 25% petrol, so 68% of diesel reductions, and particulate matter 80% of reduction in the diesel, and diagnostic methods mandatory of OBT IAM monitoring. And also to discuss about the emission control technologies, testing procedures, design thinking approaches. So consider this, this is the evolution of Bharat Stage emission norms in India. In 1999, Supreme Court mandated the standard Euro 1 BS1 and 2005 BS2 second emission norms implemented, followed by the BS4 emission norms implemented by the 2017, and April 2023 the BS6 phase 2 norms with the RDA testings. In 2000, BS1 India 2000 introduced, followed by the 2010 BS3 emission norms implemented, and April 2020 BS6 emission norms implemented, and in future 2026 to 2027 plan introduced of BS7 emission norms. These are the Bharat Stage emission norms followed in the India. So the evolution of Bharat Stage standards. So India's emission norms knows as a Bharat Stage standard. It is mirror of European regulations. The standards dedicate permissible pollutant outputs from the vehicles and the industrial engines, progressively tightening to combat the air quality deteriorations. In 2000, the BS1 Bharat Stage Standard 1 is implemented. It is the first nationwide emission standard introduced, followed by 2005 BS2 sulfur content reduced to the 350 ppm, and 2010 the Bharat Standard Stage 3 introduced for further tightening of carbon monoxide and HC limits, and 2017 the Bharat Stage 4 implemented in the initiative of 50 ppm sulfur and stricter NOx controls. 2020 the Bharat Stage 6 implemented 10 ppm of sulfur and 80% reduction in particulates. These are the initiatives taken by the Indian government to reduce the emission released from the vehicles as well as the industry. So some of the key pollutants regulators are primary emissions, carbon monoxide, incomplete. It is released occurs due to the incomplete combustion product and reduces the oxygen delivery in the bloodstream. And hydrocarbons, gases by unburnt fuel vapors contributing to the smoke formations, followed by the nitrogen oxides, that is NOx emission, occurs due to the higher temperature combustions byproducts causing the respiratory issues, and particulate matters caused by the microscopic soot particles from the diesel engine. These are the key pollutants. The comparison between the Bharat Stage 4 versus Bharat Stage 6, some of the critical differences are sulfur content. In Bharat Stage 4, it contains the 50 ppm. Bharat Stage 6, it is reduced to the 10 ppm. The dramatic 80% of reduction enables the advanced catalytic system. In terms of NOx emission, the petrol 25% of reduction and diesel 68% of reduction achieved through the SCR and LNT technologies. And followed by the particulate matter, diesel particulate matter, it is reduced by the 80%, and introduction of DPM technology for all the diesel vehicles. And onboard diagnosis, there are mandatory real-time emission monitoring and fault detection system. This is the major critical differences between the Bharat Stage 4 versus Stage 6. Some of the emission control technologies are a three-way catalytic converter and diesel particulate filter, that is called as the DPF, and selective catalytic reduction method and exhaust gas recirculation methods. So some of the testing procedures, the Bharat Stage 6 mandated the worldwide harmonized light vehicle test procedure, that is called WLTP, and replacing the outdated new European driving cycle NEDC. The harmonized light vehicle test procedures provides the more realistic emission measurement through the dynamic test conditions. So one real world impact case study, the Tata Motors BS6 transition. The Tata Motors invested the 8,000 crore in transitioning its entire portfolio to the BS6 Indian emission norms. The company redesigned 32 engine platforms and implementing the SCR technology for commercial vehicles and upgrading the petrol engines with the improved fuel injections. Some of the key achievements are 70% reduction in the NOx emission across the diesel range and 50% improvement in the fuel efficiency through the optimized combustion. Launched the India's first BS6 compliance buses in the 2019. These are the key achievements of Tata Motors. Some of the key takeaways are environmental imperatives. The BS6 standards represents an 80% of reduction in the harmful emissions such as NOx and carbon monoxide, significantly improving the air quality in the Indian cities. And some of the engineering challenges are advanced technologies like SCR, DPF and the OPD IAM demand the sophisticated integration and the thermal management system. To emphasizing with the stakeholders and rapid prototyping, accelerate the development of the compliant and the cost-effective solutions. This comes under the design thinking applications, and the future directions are continued evolution towards the zero emission vehicles while optimizing the existing internal combustion technologies. Thank you for watching.